prolific champions, two distinct eras in heavyweight history.
After winning all four of his championship bouts in 1987, Tyson's promoter Don King organized a dream match with former WBC and IBF heavyweight champion Larry Holmes. The 38-year-old Holmes had been out of boxing for nearly 2 years, having retired after two consecutive losses to Michael Spinks. Holmes had difficulty working out a deal with King. However, with an estimated $3 million being offered to him, as well as the intrigue of once again becoming the heavyweight champion, Holmes ultimately agreed to face Tyson at the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City, January 22, 1988. The outspoken Holmes was critical of Tyson, promising several times before the fight that he would knock Tyson out. Immediately after the Tyson-Tyrell Biggs fight, Holmes, who had attended the fight, was interviewed and called Tyson a dirty fighter, stating, "I didn't see a guy with class in there. I see a guy who throws elbows. I see a guy who throws headbutts. And I see a guy who hits after the bell." Mike Tyson, the undisputed champion, was the aggressor throughout the bout, but it was not until the fourth round that he caught up with the clinching, retreating Holmes. Then, with one booming right hand, Tyson put Holmes into deep trouble. The right landed flush on the chin of Holmes, who dropped onto the seat of his trunks in Tyson's corner. Holmes got to his feet by the count of four and grabbed the ropes as referee Joe Cortez gave him the mandatory 8 count. Then Holmes shook his head several times to clear it and let go of the ropes as Tyson came forward. Tyson winged left and right, trying to open up Holmes and land the finishing shot. A big right by Tyson sent Holmes lurching into the ropes and down again. This time Holmes was up at the count of 5. Tyson seemed intent on ending the fight, throwing and landing one punch after another, some of them causing Holmes' head to snap back. By now the ringsiders were audibly heard to be shouting to stop the fight. The fight went on. Holmes retreated. Tyson pursued. Another heavy right by Tyson dropped Holmes in his tracks. As soon as Holmes fell backward onto the canvas, referee Cortez waved an end to the bout. Larry Holmes, the 38-year-old grandfather at the time, could not withstand the furious assault of Tyson. Tyson knocked Holmes down 3 times in the fourth round of the 12-round heavyweight title bout. Through 50 previous fights, Holmes had been knocked off his feet on occasion, but this marked the first time that he was knocked out. Larry Holmes fought as if he were aware of his vulnerability. In the first 2 rounds, he concentrated on defense, holding Tyson off with an outstretched arm, or drawing him into a clinch when Tyson charged forward. On occasion, when Tyson missed with his wide arcing punches, Holmes quickly stepped to the side out of the way. In the third round, Holmes became more offense-minded, trying to use his jab as he had in his prime. Holmes even danced on his toes at one point during the fight, which drew a cheer from the crowd. Larry Holmes did not appear at the post-fight press conference, but Larry Merchant, who interviewed him immediately after the fight as part of the telecast of the bout, said that Larry Holmes was very generous in his praise of Tyson, and said that he was a much sharper puncher than he had thought. Toward the end, he got into a very philosophical mood. He said, "They always get you, and someday they'll get him." Earlier in the fight week, Tyson said that while doing road work as a teenage amateur boxer, he used to fantasize about beating Larry Holmes.